Hello friends, today, we are going to do a breakdown of the latest movie, The Exorcist, Believer. Before we start, spoiler alert, if you haven't watched the movie, please go and watch it. So with that out of the way, let's jump right into it. Believer begins in Haiti, where Victor and his pregnant wife are on their honeymoon, but an earthquake strikes, and she's injured in a building collapse. The doctors tell Victor they can save the mom or the baby, but not both, and he has to choose. The movie transitions to the present day, in Georgia. Victor has a 13-year-old daughter named Angela, and his wife is dead. Angela, naturally, is a little bit obsessed with her mother since she never knew her, and one day she swipes one of her mom's old earrings and goes into the woods with her friend Katherine to do some light ritualizing. They don't seem too serious about it, but the demons hear them anyway. The girls go missing without a trace, and then reappear a few days later in a barn which was around 30 miles far from their houses. Upon asking about their whereabouts, girls told their parents that they'd been thinking they'd only been gone a few hours. Looking upon both the girls, it is very clear that upon their mysterious absence, nothing bad happened to both of them except few bruises on their feet. From there, we get the standard demonic escalation. After being released from hospital, Victor asked his daughter where exactly did they go. Angela tells him that they were doing rituals in order to get in contact with her dead mother. Then something happened to both of them, and they woke up on the barn. They both have no recollection of the events. We can already see there is a change in Angela's behavior, switching the lights of Victor's bathroom, peeing in her bed, water turning black in her bathtub, and many such paranormal activities starts happening. Things took a U-turn when Angela attacked Victor, saying she wants her dead mother. Angela's body starts deteriorating, her nails starts peeling. Victor got no choice other than to send her to hospital. Meanwhile, Katherine starts showing similar behavior. Her family was in church to attend mass and thank God for getting her daughter back home safely. Katherine's family was quite religious. Even the priest welcomes Katherine. Suddenly, we see Katherine shouting, "The body and the blood." Her mom was convinced that her daughter is possessed, but Tony and Victor don't believe her, especially Victor, who have lost faith on God since his wife died while giving birth to Angela.
Late night in the hospital, Angela wakes up and calls Nurse Anne, with her named sister Mary Xavier, and she starts laughing in a demonic way. She was instantly transferred to mental hospital. Next day, Nurse tells Victor that whatever is happening with Angela is completely demonic and only one person
can help him, and that is Chris MacNeil, the mom from the original Exorcist. Something similar happened to her daughter 50 years back. Of course, we talking about the first movie, The Exorcist. We see Nurse Anne revealing her past to Victor about her pregnancy while being a nun. She did an abortion and changed her name to Anne from Mary Xavier, and started a new life as nurse in a hospital. Nobody knows about her real name, except last night Angela calling her with her real name, which shocked her completely. Victor meet up Chris MacNeil. They both visit Angela. Angela instantly recognizes Chris, hinting us that she is the same demon Pazuzu from first Exorcist movie. They both head towards Katherine's house, only to find the situation is out of control. At her house, Katherine is fully possessed, and when she looks at Chris, she tells her that she knows where her daughter, Regan, is. She tells her she is dead and is suffering in hell. She suddenly burst Chris both eyes with the cross, and she is blind instantly. Victor somehow saves Chris and get her out of the house. We are introduced to a priest called Father Maddox. He asks the church to give him permission for exorcism, but church denies it. Victor also agrees for exorcism, and he asks his friend who was a ritualistic healer to join as well. Tony, Miranda, Nurse Anne, Victor and his neighbor, and the local priest from church join together to perform exorcism. Beehive, who was the ritualistic healer, makes a marking with chalk in the house, and both the girls were tied to the chair tightly, and the exorcism begins. Since Father Maddox couldn't perform exorcism as church didn't give him permission, he backs out. Nurse Anne, who was previously a nun, agrees to perform exorcism. As soon as she starts the exorcism, both the girls starts laughing and they start digging on her past, especially the abortion one. The girls also starts badmouthing everyone who were present there. Holy water was sprinkled over them, resulting in a slight burn. Victor throws the infected bowl of water in the east side of the house and asks Father Maddox, who was praying inside his car, to join them. As exorcism continues, things started getting intense. The demon Pazuzu reveals that 13 years back, when Victor was given choice to save either his wife or daughter, Victor chooses her wife over her daughter, but her wife died and Angela survived. The demon possessing both of them gave him a choice between Katherine and Angela. Only one can survive. Everyone there knew the demon is trying to manipulate. All of them were about to give up. Suddenly, Father Maddox came into the scene and started helping them. But he made a mistake of touching the girls. As a result, demon twisted his head and he was killed instantly. The situation was out of control. Suddenly, Victor gets his wife's scarf and put it over Angela's head and tells her how much he loves her. Meanwhile, Katherine starts screaming how about her she will be killed. Tony says he choose her daughter over Angela and all hell break down. Angela started vomiting blood and start levitating in air and then she dies. Katherine survives while Angela dies. Then we see the ultimate twist in the story. Katherine is mentally in the underground bunker, where Devil tells Katherine, "I choose you." That means Tony's choice becomes the Devil's choice, and he chooses Katherine. This was the whole twisted plan of the demon Pazuzu. And we see Katherine dies instantly.
And Angela survive.
We see police arriving and taking the body of Father Maddox and Katherine. Few days later, we see Angela bonding with his father while Katherine's family grieving over her death. Nurse Anne tells them to believe and have faith in God. In the end of the movie, we see a lady visiting Chris. This lady was none other than her daughter Regan. And with this, the movie comes to an end. The plot of the movie is simple, but there might be few more parts releasing over the coming years. There is planned for a trilogy. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. As always, stay healthy, think horror, and peace.